What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 27th day of February. And here we are, actually green today, up 1%. It's a little bit surprising. I mean, Bitcoin's down 2%, Bitcoin Cash is down 3%, the whole damn rest of the market's down, right? OnyxCoin is up a little bit. We'll take it, man. We'll take it, okay? I'm not upset with it. Um, we're finding support at the right areas, you guys, and we're not necessarily doing anything wrong yet, and I hope we don't. I'm a bit intimidated. I'm a bit curious to see how the coming days play out because I do expect Bitcoin and various other cryptos to drop going into the end of the month, which we're in now, and then also the beginning of March. But I do think March will be a good month. I think March will see some vibrance come back to the markets, specifically with altcoins. Maybe not all altcoins, but some that might be relevant for maybe the next bull cycle, or at least relevant throughout this bear market. We'll see. I think OnyxCoin could certainly get a lift here in March, but again, what I'd like to see is that this low prevails and that this low prevails, right? Because if this low breaks, we're likely going to break that low. If that low breaks, we're likely going to come back down here. And at that point, are we double bottoming? Are we seeing a lower low? I'd like to avoid all that, right? We can see a lower low and still have a rounded bottom. We can come down, see a lower low than these prices and still have some type of rounded bottom. I didn't draw it the best, but just you can. But I'm not a fan of that idea. I'd rather us provide higher lows. I'd rather a rounded bottom be at the dynamic that it is right now at the scheme. I can't draw a line to save my life, but you know what I'm saying, right? So hold this low, right? And that would be very, very good for the price. We're not getting excited for any movements to the upside until we are above 0.006. That's the level of entertainment for us, right? This is not entertaining stuff at all. This will be entertaining in a bad way, right? Like a horror movie. And then this will be entertaining in a good way, like a everybody lived happily ever after movie. Anyways, looking at the short-term stuff, looking at the 1 hour time frame. A little bit of selling pressure here, some wicks to the upside. Not encouraging. Let's just look back in time here real quick. Anytime that we've seen these kind of wicks, right? That's at a relative high point there. That's a relative high point there, relative high point there. Relative high point. Not really. You did actually find a higher low there and you moved up, so it's not every single time. Here, kind of relative high point, and you did go lower. I guess you went higher first. I don't know. It's not impossible to hold higher lows here. It's not encouraging. 1 hour. What I will say is we've got a lot of volume here. We didn't really go anywhere, so that's actually it's actually kind of exciting. 1 hour RSI is very neutral. The stochastics are reset, and the MACD is actually crossing above the zero. You guys, OnyxCoin actually looks kind of bullish here. If I didn't know any better. If it wasn't for the rest of the market behaving the way that it is right now, I would be a little bit more bullish on OnyxCoin. XCN can pump without the rest of the market, but typically it doesn't. Typically it pumps with the market. It doesn't always dump with the market. So typically it dumps on its own. The market will pump or the market will be doing nothing, and then OnyxCoin is just dumping on its own. But we're resetting our indicators here. I think we honestly look good, at least on the 1 hour. I wouldn't be surprised if we came back down, but at this point, I don't even know if we get below this low. I think we'll form a higher low and then move up maybe. We'll see. 4 hour time frame. Let's try for something a little bit better than maybe we'll see. Hold on. Let's just see. Low to high here. Man, that's so close, guys. If we get above that 236, oh, that's the area that needs to break. Bears are protecting that level because they want the price to go down. I don't know what it is, man. Golden ratio 786 support. Again, guys, whenever you tear through the golden ratio on your first attempt, like we did here, typically you do come back to the 236. It's not uncommon to tear through the 236 and continue that way, but here we are coming back down. You know what I'd like to see is that we find support at the golden ratio. So 00484, 0048. That would be a great area to find support, you guys. Here or anywhere higher is welcome, but the golden ratio I think would be a really good area to find support, especially if we do that and we get a higher high here. I'll be a little bit excited if and when we get above 00513, as long as we have these higher lows. This point becomes irrelevant if we get lower lows, but as long as we're holding these higher lows, I will be excited for us to get above this point here, because that's very validating to the idea that we are moving up and not moving down. So If we do go below 0.0048, the statistical probability of us going below this low at 0.0046 goes up tremendously. So we want to hold 0.0048. Okay. We could go below 0.0048 and still not go below that low, but it's not the likely outcome. Okay. 4-hour time frame. So that's what it would take to prove me wrong. Go below 0.0048. We're not that far away. Shouldn't be hard. You do that, we're likely going to take out that low. You take out that low, we're likely going to take out that low. You take out that low, like we're likely going to take out that low. It's a cascade of events. The 4-hour RSI doesn't look half bad. It's pretty neutral, but hey, I mean, right now you look like you're finding support at the 50. 2 hours, 13 minutes left. Pretty big wick to the upside. You could definitely close this red, and at that point you won't be finding support here. You'll be breaking through it. Still a neutral posture overall, though, with or without that. Stochastics look bearish in my opinion, but you're close to the oversold zone where you will reset. When you're oversold here, you're at your low point. Oversold here, you're at your low point. There wasn't any like serious significant drops, right? I'm not expecting one here either. The MACD looks like it's about to cross above the zero. Like there's some bullish things here. As long as we don't go too much lower, they have a chance of playing out. That's why, again, like literally 0.0048 I think would need to hold for these bullish things to come to fruition. Again, if 0.0048 breaks, that doesn't mean we're in the doghouse. Okay, it doesn't mean that all hell's breaking loose. It's just we'd have to rethink the plot that we have before us right now. That's all. Daily RSI is resilient, still bearish. Stochastics are actually kind of bullish. They're actually kind of bullish. And the MACD, I don't know, man. I'm getting some bullish vibes here. I'm gonna call for it, man. I think 0.0048 holds. I think we'll move up. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll go from there. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.